And the leader on this particular model just goes under these little cup hooks here. And as the yarn gets wrapped on to the bobbin, you change the position of the yarn, because then it causes the bobbin to fill up evenly.
Okay.
Okay, but you want to start back at the back. Okay, now this is the little yarn grabber hook. I'm sure it has a better name, but it's a hook. That's all I know. So just reach through and put it through the orifice, which is basically the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And this hole needs to be on the same side as you have your leader. I suppose if you were left-handed, you could play with it on the other side, but I'm not left-handed.
I'm not either, so that's good.
Okay, so now we're going to put the Scotch tension back on, and it's just a little nylon band with springs on it, and it's controlled with this knob here on the side. And I'm just still learning how to make it tight enough for what I want it to do. I probably over twist, but I'm still a new spinner. And the leader yarn is tied so that it forms a loop here. That's previous fluff. Oops, somehow managed to untie the whole thing. That's interesting. Well, we'll just tie it back up again. I'm going to open that up. Now, first thing I'm going to do is just put on some yarn that I have already spun.
Okay.
And I've already plied this, which means to put two strands together. And I'm going to put it through the loop there. And why am I using this particular yarn? Because this is acrylic and I don't care what happens to it. And
I don't want to mess up the nice wool.
well, yeah, and because the first thing I'm going to have you do is just get an idea of how the treadle works.
Okay.
Okay, so when I'm spinning, I usually start out going in a clockwise direction. So that means this way. Okay?
So left.
And as I do that, well, I look at these up and down thingies here.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Make
yeah.
sure they're going the right way. As that happens, then you see that this is getting twisted, the leader's getting twisted, and this is getting twisted up here.
Okay.
Which is good, because we want it to fasten on. All right? Now, but the first thing I'm going to do is just let it go. I'm just going to play with it, make sure that it's going to
Oh,
catch
wow,
onto
look
the
at that.
spindle here. Oh, see how fast it goes on? It's because it's really thick.
Yeah.
Now I want to change the position.
Oh, it changes the position on the
Right.
spindle. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let it go some more, and you see how it's just pulling in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not doing any work right now except what my feet are doing. But I need to be able to stop my feet when I need to stop the whole thing.
Okay.
Now, watch what happens if I start going back the wrong direction.
Uh-huh.
Oh, bad
It
things.
undoes it, yeah.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Bad things. It gets tangled. Sometimes it tangles around here, sometimes around here. It's just not a good thing. So being consistent about the direction you go is important.
I've had that happen when I'm wind yarn.
Well,
If the girls are helping me and I get distracted, I go back the wrong way. It doesn't work.
notice it doesn't turn quite so fast when it gets heavy there.
So you just keep moving it down as it
I
gets
do.
full
Mhm.
here? Okay.
And with the smaller diameter, you can go back and forth several times. Since this yarn is actually already done, it's already plied, it's ready to knit
Yeah.
or crochet, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I share both.
Now, it'll go too far up there. This time I think I'm going to take it all the way to the end. I actually made this from roving that I got it. Was it Michael's? We had it on sale. Apparently people got tired of those big heavy blankets that, you know, you make from really thick roving. Anyway, I'm not going to do any more from this one. first start spinning, you have big pieces and small pieces. So something like this, and then you'll go like that, you know. You'll
Yes.
get a big thick and thin situation.
Yeah.
Well, you can choose to leave it in there and then just call it, I meant to do that. Or, no, art yarn. Or you can go back and unwind a little bit and straighten it out. Pull it out to where you're comfortable with it. Now that makes the twist a little less, but then you can hold on to it and twist it back up again. And little divots like this, you can pull right off. Smooth it out if you want to. I always keep my fiber, extra fiber, because eventually I'm planning to card it together and, you know, make an interesting looking bat. So just after a little bit, maybe just a few hours, you know, I got to where I was able to do this in a fairly consistent size. And it's actually hard now for me to go back and do thick and thin.
Wow.
And apparently that's pretty normal. Your fingers get used to a certain amount.
Yeah. Because I had bought some from the sale back in November, and it had not large variations, but variations, and I really liked crocheting with it. It was very interesting.
Yeah.
The different textures and the width of the yarn, and it looks very rustic. I like
Yeah.
the look of it.
Yeah. And it's such a personal preference too. You know.
Because I ended up making a scarf with it.
Great.
And I mean, she had woven in other colors and some sparkle too. So it was
Yeah.
several different things in one. It
Sounds
was,
like you got an art bat.
yeah, and it was alpaca too.
Oh,
So
great.
it
So
was,
nice and soft.
yeah,
I did learn from Kathy the other day that alpaca tends to grow, so with the scarf it's not going to make any difference.
yeah, yeah.
So you
Well,
just-
that is good to know though.
Extra right there. Take that off of there. So I have some, yeah, I just gonna stick that on top.